Hey everyone, Chris here, back again with another video, so hopefully you'll enjoy what you see today. And remember, some of those if you do. Now, we'll be looking at one from Century Wings here in 1/72nd scale diecast, of course. It is a good old Grumman F-14D, I think it is. There you go. That does look very nice. We can't wait to open this. It is from the US Navy's VF-31 Tomcatters during their last F-14 cruise in 2006. First receiving their Tomcats in 1981 and would be deployed operationally on numerous occasions. Their last cruise was aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom, and it would be during this deployment that a US Navy F-14 would drop a bomb in combat. Once returning home in 2006, they transitioned to the A-18E Super Hornet and were redesignated to VF-31. So they said goodbye to the mighty Tomcat just for a Super Hornet. Sad day indeed, but look at that. That looks absolutely awesome. Very, very nice. It does have the weapons pack in the side, and it does have some ground ordnance, of course. And yeah, we need to get this out, don't we? All right, I am going to shut up and we'll get this beautiful model out of the box. All right, with the Tomcat out of the box, it does come with the instructions in the bottom of the box itself. So if you ever need instructions, it's always in the base of that box. You do get the pieces for the stands, of course. And this, of course, is what your stand will look like. It is a clear plastic, hard plastic. So be very careful of these ends because they may break off. They go in the exhaust, of course. And that's your little weapons pack. The weapons themselves have got some really nice detail on them. Little stenciling, little marks. That is really nice. As you can see, the little stenciling, all the rings on them. They look really well done. Yep, 100%. All right, let's get to the model, the good bits. Let's get this lid off. So there is a collector card stuck to the lid. So there's a limited run of, I don't know, does it say on there? 1,500 pieces. Only 1,500 made, so if you do want one, you will have to be one of those lucky 1,500 people to get your hands on one. So you do get a couple of little pilot figures there, your rails, and of course your landing gear options for gear up, gear down. And that sweet looking Tomcat sitting right in there, begging to be taken out of this box. So let us do that right now. All right. Whoa. Excellent. Now, this obviously for me was a second-hand purchase, and I think most of you will know, I think Century Wings are no longer going to be with us. They are closing their doors, so that is very unfortunate because the models that they do make, I mean, they have a pretty limited range, but the models that they made look absolutely superb. So as we are about to see, let's zoom right in and see some of those details. That looks absolutely awesome. As you can see, all that beautiful detail throughout there. The air brakes on these don't go up or anything. There's no rudder movement or anything like that. We'll try and get that open so you can actually see that, if I can get my big hand out of the way. So it does have some really nice interior details in there, like those cockpit details are fantastic. Yep, very nice. Bloody awesome. And the canopy opens and closes, well, opened nicely, and it's just going to make, as soon as I say something, I swear. All right, it just has to slide back a little bit so you can actually shut it. Let's test the swing wing capability. All right, it's a little bit stiff, but for me this was a new, looked to be a new model, but it is a little bit stiff. It is sort of a bit clunky, like sort of keyed. Not as smooth as some, but it's not too bad. It's got a little bit of noise throughout, but look, you're not going to be shaking your model like that. So it does have some movement there. So there is some moving areas on the aircraft. But overall, I think it does present really nicely. So the pit tube is already in there, so be very careful not to break that off. There is a little bit of a turbofan detail deep right in the intakes in there, of course, which is nice. All the decals and the warning labels and everything look fantastic. Yeah, pretty cool. And there's the Tomcat. Excellent. All right, we'll turn it over. So the usual detail underneath here, of course. It does look absolutely awesome. Yep, very, very cool. Alrighty, you know what we're going to do? Let's set this Tomcat up for in-flight and throw some ordnance on it and check it out properly. We'll be right back. Alrighty, here we have it set up as a bombcat. But I just put the targeting pod on that side. You've got your sidewinders on either side, and you can put a good old Phoenix missile on that pylon there. You just put your main landing gear and your nose wheel closed doors in, of course. Very straightforward, they slip in. You put your rails down and then you can put your ground ordnance on. You do get a choice, like a lot of choices, for which type of ground ordnance you do want to put on, and I just whacked a little sparrow at the end there, and that is all set up for in-flight. Of course, your 2 tanks, and that is a job done. I did whack the pilots in there as well, and they fit in there reasonably nice, and they, sit there pretty cool. You got your pilot and your Rio. The whole livery itself looks really nice. I like this really interesting shaded grey too. It really looks fantastic. And that tail markings look brilliant as well, and the overall whole build is just spot on. The only thing you got to do is when it comes time to, I suppose, putting it on the stand, which is this one, it goes in the exhaust. So I'm not a big fan of that type of setup. So we'll put it in because I'm always worried about bits dropping off. So you just got to slip that bit into there and that bit into there. There is a little hole just underneath there in front of that air-to-air missile, and you should be able to push it down onto that hole. Geez, I don't really like that a lot. It's quite hard to push in. Oh, there we go. Ooh, very nervous. It's sort of similar to the Hobbymaster stand, but this one has a slight bank, as you can see, whereas the Hobbymaster one is all straight. So this does look, nice with a little bit of a bank to it. So for you in flight people, that should make you happy, I suppose. But yeah, I'm not a big fan when it's attached to that sort of area. But overall, yep, definitely looks pretty cool. It is a Tomcat. Tomcats just look stunning. But yeah, all right, what we'll do though is we'll throw some landing gear on this. Obviously, one of the issues I suppose you're going to have is a little bit of a gap through here where the rails fit. You get that on a lot of models, so it's not just Century wings. You get them on, with Hobbymaster. It's just one of those issues with the plastic trying to squeeze into the metal body. So that's just one of those things. All right, let's throw some legs on this, and we'll come back and check out the Bombcat on the deck. All right, so these are the pilot figures that you do get if you want to use them in your aircraft, of course. Now, you do also get this targeting pod if you wanted to add that to your aircraft, depending on what loadout you want to put on. You do also get these 2 sets of JDAMs if you want to put those on instead of the paveways, of course. They go in that position. And then you just get your standard set of 4 free-fall bombs that you can load out underneath the aircraft as well if you don't want to go with the smart bombs. But I think overall it does look fantastic. The setup for the landing gear, it's just those 3 modules, same as Hobbymaster sort of setup. You just slip them in there, and it's got some nice detail in there, of course. They do look really cool. Definitely got some good detail. Very, very nice. All right, it does sit on that landing gear really well as well. Does it roll? Yeah, the wheels actually roll, so you might be happy about that. I will double check though. Yep. Although the front ones don't, the rear ones do. It always, yeah, I don't know, that's weird. Either have them all roll or just don't. Why just have some roll and others not? It's just, yeah, to me it just doesn't make much sense. But anyway, what do I know? I think what I do know is this is over half a kilo. It's 576 grams, so you do get some good die-cast value with this model. They are not cheap, so that is one of the things, but you are getting a really nice product though. I do not have issue with really anything on this at all. It went together reasonably well. There wasn't too much drama putting the ordnance on. Same with the swapping out modules for the landing gear options. They went in and out nice and easy. Pilots dropped in cool. So yeah, very, very happy. Another tidy model from our Century Wings, of course. All right, we'll wind up the video. Photos, of course, at the end. Don't forget to punch the crap out of the subscribe button if you're watching and haven't done that. Also, drop a comment below. You know the deal. Of course, thank you all for dropping past to check out another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful F-14 Tomcat here today. All right, thank you so much for watching, and you all have an awesome rest of your day, and happy hunting for your next model. Cheers, everyone.